Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 232 on the Mana Leek. I'm John as always, and look at that, we got an easy pick. We got an exceptionally powerful card, even powerful in Vintage Cube, which I'm still trying to find the fun there. I've trophied. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. So yeah, we'll take this Brazen Borrower. If it wasn't in this pack, we've got less good choices. We've got a Savvy Hunter, which is 2 colors. We have a Deathless Knight, which is probably the pick because it's technically 1 color. It's black or it's green. And if you happen to be in black-green, bonus. Golden Egg's also honestly still up there for me. I still really like that card, but we're taking the Brazen Borrower. No questions whatsoever. Following that, we get a bad pack. There's not much here. You know, there's cards I play that, 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 I play that. But nothing I want second pick. We could take a Witching Well. It's going to be in every blue deck we play, and it's going to be decent in every blue deck that we play. I have no reason to jump on a Swordmaster to get into black. I have no reason to jump on a Unicorn to get into white. Shine Chaser often wheels. So yeah, I think this is an easy Witching Well. It's not a Witching Well that feels good, but it's an easy Witching Well. Following that, we get a Tome Raider if we want to stick on blue, and we have a reason to stick on blue. There is a Reeve Soul, which is a better card that I didn't notice. So I do think we take the Reeve Soul here to head into potentially blue-black. Tome Raider sometimes still comes around. The thing that I still love about this format is that it's still waffling a whole lot. You know, day by day, suddenly white is the most drafted color, and then suddenly it's the least drafted color, and then suddenly people are on blue, and then suddenly people are off of blue. And that's why draft is so good, because it changes constantly. So we're going to take Reeve Soul. Following that, we do get a Didn't Say Please, which has got to be just the most playable a cancel has ever been. Which is not true. Dissolve was pretty decent. There's a Frogify as well, but I honestly think I just prefer the Didn't Say Please. For black, there's not much. There's a Lost Legion that I would play and a Memory Theft that I would not play. The red cards don't push me into red. The green cards don't push me into green. The white card is awful. So we'll just take this Didn't Say Please. I think I just like it more than Frogify. I like Frogify. I think people are too down on it, but I think Didn't Say Please just does something I want to do in this format. Well, we get a good bit of blue here. We get a second Didn't Say Please if we want it, or a Tome Raider. Mystical Dispute's also fine, like counter a target spell unless its controller pays 3. Stays online pretty long, and if you happen to be against a blue deck, even better. I think we'll go for the first Tome Raider over the second Didn't Say Please, though. But yeah, take that open. We're definitely pushing into blue. Still don't know if we're black, but we've got a reason to be there. Here we could take a Shepherd of the Flock to look into white. It's the best card here by possibly a mile. I don't want that Wicked Guardian. I don't want the Eye Collector. Steelgaze Griffin, super replaceable. So I think we do take that Shepherd of the Flock just in case blue-white happens to be open. Maybe the Shine Chaser comes back around. So let's take Shepherd. Well, now we get nothing. We'll take that Steelgaze Griffin just because we're, at this point, pretty confident we want to be blue. We haven't seen So Tinies or the other card, Charmed Sleep, but that could just be that they're not in the packs. True Love's Kiss doesn't have anything here for me. The black cards don't have anything here for me. So yeah, let's take this Griffin. The blue disappears, the black disappears, and we're left with a Silver Flame and a Rimrock. Very interestingly, over on Arena, I've been playing Arena a little bit more. I still don't support it. I still refuse to give it money. I still will not make content for it, for limited anyways. But I've been playing it because I need the cards in case one of those standard tournaments pop up. And over there, Rimrock Knight is actually a bad card in draft because it's nothing but aggro, and you have to be able to have the option of blocking if every single match is aggro versus aggro, and Rimrock Knight doesn't do that. It's a weird world over there. So we'll take the Silver Flame Squire. Blue-white's looking like an option. It's a relatively late Wildwood Tracker, relatively late Raging Redcap. I don't really want to go into blue-green for a tracker. I don't really want to go into blue-red for a Raging Redcap. So I think we just take the Knight and we start looking at blue-white. There's a Hengewalker as well if I want to push into heavy mono blue, but let's take the Knight and see what happens. Black has just disappeared. I haven't seen a card like this. Is the first black card I remember seeing in the last few packs, and I don't remember seeing a card that is anything other than like an Eye Collector or Wicked Guardian. So black coming from this person is not there. So we've got a Crashing Drawbridge, which maybe we play. I don't think we're getting the Shine Chaser at this point. We have, oh no, we only have 9 cards. We might still get that Shine Chaser back. So we take the Crashing Drawbridge. I don't think we want to play it. We'll take the Jousting Dummy here. I'm not going to play a Shining Armor, and I'm not going to go off color for either of those cards. Do I really only have 11 cards? Or wait, no, 8 cards. That was the pack. I forgot how many cards were in a pack of Magic cards for a second. We could take the Memory Theft, but again, we're not going to play it. We're not going to play Barnard Cow. We're not going to play anything here. I guess Wolverine's the most playable. Signpost Scarecrow is not a card we're going to play. Sporecap Spider. Maybe green's open? Like, it's not a good card, but last pick, a green player should have taken it at some point. So we'll keep that in mind. And maybe just open an Oko and go blue-green anyways, right? I got too ready to point to Oko. People haven't finished drafting yet. Oko, no. Noko. We get a Secret Keeper. If we just want to try pushing into a heavy blue mill plan, there's an Epic Downfall, which is probably the more correct pick if we want to try to get all of the black cards coming from this direction, and then knowing that we probably won't get any black cards coming back. Fires of Invention actually works really well, not with what we have, but you can do really good stuff with this card. And then, of course, you all know it's very good in Standard. Yeah, I mean, we know we're blue. We already have a Didn't Say Please. I don't hate taking the Secret Keeper and seeing what happens. The Outflank, you know, if we happen to be white, is a good card, but we still don't know we're going to be there. Epic Downfall is a good card. We don't know that we're going to be black. Feels like a dumb... It still feels... I've tried so hard to rationalize it. It still feels like a dumb pick. But it is like one of the best blue commons. I'm taking it. Rewarded. Super rewarded. We're going to take the second Merfolk Secret Keeper. Hope this Didn't Say Please comes back around. Hopefully whatever blue player is sitting at the table will get tempted by this instead of that. And hey, never, ever, ever punished. Never punished. Never punished. We'll take this Didn't Say Please, and hey, look at that. We've got a plan. Sage seems good for us. Also, too many Lindens. Sage seems good. There's a Witching Well as well, but it's not better than the Sage. In you go. And yeah, we've got a plan. That means that we're probably going to rip the white out, unless we get a bunch of Trapped in Towers or something. Maybe just try to push back into black again. You know, I'd be fine with a Reave Soul, and a Reaper as a splash. Drawbridge perhaps has a place now that we're looking like we want to be a lot more, you know, kind of holding the ground. But yeah, we've got a plan. We just need to not get punished. So Tiny, perfect. I also really want that into the story, but So Tiny is a little bit more on plan here. Otherwise, not too much. There's a Keeper of the Fables. What's this? 5 picks deep? 4 picks deep? 11 cards? A little bit late, but, you know, we got our plan. Plan goes away. I'm going to assume that this is not a case of us being cut on blue, because So Tiny and Into the Story were in that pack. This is a case of blue just not existing in this pack. So, notably black also doesn't exist. Or white. You know, all of the colors were in. So I guess we take an Enchanted Carriage. I still really don't care for this card. I think it's actually actively bad. I know Ben Stark likes it, but I don't care. Yeah, I don't like paying 5 for a 4/4 that is only sometimes a 4/4. We're going to take it because there's nothing else here, but I don't think it's any good. I don't really want another Steel Gaze. I really don't care for Merfolk, but unfortunately those are our picks. We're not taking these green cards. The white train has sailed. This is just not what we're doing. Redcap Melee is the best card by a mile. It's not what we're doing. And take the Merfolk. Well, there's another Sage. There's a Trapped if we do want to still look at the white a little bit, because a Youthful Knight holds the ground honestly better than a Wishful Merfolk ever does. The second Sage would be nice. That does start to put our curve very high. I'm going to take the Sage. Take the Sage and hope that we just get like fully rewarded with blue being open. Let's take a foil Linden because we're not playing a second Merfolk. I don't want to play the first one. This is the pack where I wanted the Didn't Say Please back or the Fae of Wishes. So we still got the Mystical Dispute or the Opt. I'll play Mystical Dispute. Enough people play blue that we should be able to get it to work, and otherwise it's still a fine card. Also, what's going on here? You're all 2 drops. You're all 3 drops. You're all 5 drops. There we go. Solid curve, just an absolute gap at 4. Let's take that Dispute. Literally nothing. Again, green cards that shouldn't be this late. But at the same time, we saw that Keeper 4th pick. Maybe there's just a lot of green in the packs. Maybe there's just a lot of green. Can't have too many Lindens. I don't want to play either of these cards. Nope. And nope. All right, so pack 3. Do me good. Do me good. Run away together. You did me good. You did me good. I don't think we want to be really exploring the splash black plan too much, so Bake into a Pie is not splashable for us. But yeah, Runaway Together is vital for the Merfolk Secret Keeper plan. Hypnotic Sprite, I'd love if it comes back around. I doubt it will, but the Opt will. And maybe the Visions as well. So we'll take that Runaway. Let's cut these white cards. I think we're super done with that plan. Because while there is an Archon, which is great, there is a 3rd Secret Keeper. So we're taking the 3rd Secret Keeper. We're taking the 4th Secret Keeper. We're taking the 5th. Oh. Had to run out of luck at some point. I would love a second Witching Well, but honestly, Mystic Sanctuary with Dispute, please, please, run away. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Also, we probably will not have to play this Carriage. Yeah. I prefer the dummy over the Enchanted Carriage. Yeah, this is getting there. We're not playing this Reeve Soul either. So we've got some picks. We do need 5 playable cards here. So we might be a little bit short and we're going to have no sideboard. But we've got a plan. And I like the plan. I would like another Runaway Together now that we have so many Merfolks. I would like another So Tiny. We get a Mantle. Well, I guess another Mystic Sanctuary is like another Runaway Together. Not counting for the 5 playable cards that we need, though. So, playable card. Well, Shambling Suit doesn't suck at the moment. We've got Witching Well, So Tiny, Jousting, Drawbridge. I don't want to play these cards, but I guess this is the pick. Blue card. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so here's the pack that we were new. Yeah, this is the one we knew we were going to get back. 8 plus 7 equals 15. That's correct. Yeah, I think we just go with the Visions. And I think we cut this Griffin. We don't need it. We don't know that we don't need it. We're still short on playables. I don't want this Mantle. There we go. Witching Well, 25, 24, 23. Yeah, cool. We just made it. We just made it. We have some cards I don't want to be playing. Jousting Dummy, Crashing Drawbridge, Shambling Suit. But we don't really have any other options. I have seen people throw Mantle of Tides on the Secret Keeper. Are we drawing cards often enough, though? Once, twice. Thrice. And then perhaps a bunch. Maybe it's not awful. It's got to be better than a Jousting Dummy, I think. Take that Garenbrig Squire and take the Forest. Cool. Good old mono blue mill. I know some people will drop to 16 lands here because we're monocolored, but we've got a lot of 5-drops, so I'm pretty fine playing 17. Plus, we've got 2 looters, so we should be fine. Let's put in 15 islands plus 2 Mystic Sanctuaries, and there we go. We've got the old-fashioned Arena Special, the deck that you actually basically never can draft in Arena anymore. Yeah. Obviously, aggro is going to be a potential problem for us, depending on how quickly we can drop some Secret Keepers in the drawbridge. But like, if we live past turn 5, I feel like we win. Obviously, I would have preferred the Shambling Suit to be a Charm Sleep. I would have preferred the Mantle to be another So Tiny, and I don't know, make the drawbridge another So Tiny. But otherwise, pretty happy. Still weird that we have no 4-drops. What? I feel like the mill deck, mono blue mill deck, must have like 4-drops, right? Let's pull that over here. Eldraine, color, blue, CMC, 4. Is there anything we would have wanted? I guess there's not much. There's Lock Dragon, Covetous Urge, turn into a pumpkin. But like common-wise, it's Turtle or Paladin. Huh. I'm going to play first. And look at that. We got a Secret Keeper. We got a Witching Well. Gonna keep. Time to get aggro milled. Mill, 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 mill. Mono white. All right. So at least they're going to be tiny, which means we should be able to block pretty decently. 2-1, I can block that. All right, let's find some more Secret Keepers or some bounce options. Okay. Yep. Looks pretty good to me. I'd like to draw, nope, not bottom. Top for Borrower, I'd like to draw the Secret Keeper next, and we're going to pop the Secret Keeper down to block their Knight. So we're going to mill them for another 4, plus drop a Secret Keeper, plus drop a Mantle. Use up all of our mana. Opponent doesn't even attempt to bluff the attack. Seems good. We're going to venture deeper. Mill, 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 mill. Youthful Knight and a whole bunch of plans. Drop the Secret Keeper. Drop the Mantle. Pass the turn. So that's going to let us draw a Brazen Borrower. So we'll probably just pass the turn. See if we need to bounce anything. If we don't, draw some cards. Spinning Wheel? Sure. You do you. So yeah, we're going to play our 4th land. We're going to pass the turn. If we have to bounce, we can bounce. I don't think we're going to bounce. Oh, a Splashy Splash. Prized Griffin? Yeah, we can deal with that in different ways. So let's draw some cards. Run away together, nice. Let's suit that up. And hey, look at that. I feel like we kind of have somewhat of a lock here. There's still some potential for us to stumble, but we're going to bounce that. We're going to mill, 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 mill. Ardenvale, Mountain, Youthful Knight. So the red definitely seems like just a little bit of a splash. I wonder what for. Yeah, I guess we're just going to drop the Secret Keeper. And then next turn, depending on what we have, maybe I don't know what it may be. We actually are a little bit stumble-ish here. We do need to see a little bit more draw or something. Like that. Get a creature, draw a card. Witching Well, set ourselves up. Perfect. We are not going to move that. I like having the big beefy guy on the ground. So we're not under any pressure. They're probably just going to drop this or the Griffin next turn. So let's set up some turns, find some mill, or perhaps a couple of didn't say pleases. And now I feel very locked. Very, very, very locked. Because whatever they play, we're going to bounce. Actually, we probably won't bounce the Ocam Ranger. I'm hoping they drop the Griffin. No, they do drop the Ranger. Okay. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're obviously just going to flat out pass the turn here. We could attack for one, but we're not. Our plan is not to damage them. Our plan is to not die and mill them out. So this may just have to be a blocker. They're going to drop this Griffin, I assume. Oh, Enchanted Carriage. Sure. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Sure. I will block here and block here and take two. Sure thing. You're going to outflank that. Well, in that case, I'm going to bounce this token. Bounce the token. It only takes 3. It doesn't die. Seems good. Seems good. We're going to draw that didn't say please. So we're just going to pass the turn. Actually, no, we're not going to pass the turn. We're going to drop this Merfolk so that we have blocks. And then we can flash in Brazen Borrower if they don't play the Griffin, but I expect they play the Griffin. Also, what did we mill? Resolute, another Ocam. Interesting. All right, so they're going to drop that Griffin. We're going to counter it. Hitting Heraldic Banner, trapped. We still haven't seen why the red. Interesting. All right, so they've got some really mediocre attacks here. They're not even going to try. Good choice. All right, so we'll drop the land. What 2-drops do we have? We could have a Runaway Together. But if we have Runaway Together, it's better to... Yeah, we'll just pass the turn here. On their turn, we will either flash in Borrower or draw 4. We're going to draw 4. There's no real other reason not to. I want to know what the red is for. Please don't be Embercleave. Youthful Knight, sure, that's fine. Trapped, well, time for us to draw. Sage of the Falls, interesting. You stay equipped. Interesting. Well, it's going to hold the ground a little bit. Gift of the Fae, sure. Sure. I'll chump and block. Okay. Sure thing. That's all good. And they play their Guide Mother. Sure thing. Sure thing. Sure thing. They're down to 6 cards. And another Sage. Okay. Okay. Let's play the non-foil Sage. Hold the ground a little bit, and we'll also loot. Find me that Runaway. Did not find me the Runaway, but found me a Mystic Sanctuary. That's cool. We will pitch the... We're not really playing this one. I'd rather play this and loot than play this and double loot, but only have Did we play a land this turn? We did, so I don't get to play that Mystic. So we're going to have 8 mana next turn, and we're going to get to draw a Runaway Together. I would rather play the Shambling Suit and have more mana up. Oh, put trigger on stack. Sure. Leave it where it is. And they're at 1 card. I feel pretty decent here. We are going to draw that Runaway Together. And mill them to 1. So we basically just have to live 2 turns, I think. Tap, tap. Well, that's pretty rude. That's pretty rude. They're out of cards, though. So I feel pretty okay here. We're going to block 3 of this, and we're going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to go to 11. So there's 1 turn lived. They are going to drop the Tactician. So we're, you know, we're not unafraid of what's going to happen next turn. All right, so we're going to Mystic Sanctuary back the Runaway. We're going to drop the Shambling Suit. Yes, please. We're going to drop the Shambling Suit and loot. We're going to pitch the island. All right, so we run away together on their turn. We bounce this back so that they lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra points of damage. And then on their turn, we mill out them. Yeah. Cool. Cool. We also get to play the Brazen Borrower to block as well. So they're dead. They are dead as far as I can tell. Beginning of combat, we'll bounce that Okame. Oh, they get to do it. Yeah, it's not attacking creatures. They get to do it whenever the heck they want. Hey, they just give up. Cool. They saw the writing on the wall. Well, that worked exactly the way it should. Let's go back in and have it work exactly the way it should, shall we? I'm also curious if we're going to see our opponent sideboard into 57 card deck or something. I still strongly recommend not doing that. You're going to hurt the consistency of your deck so much, and it's just not going to be worth it. So, yeah. Don't do it. But our opponent has not quickly resubmitted. I don't know what sideboard they would have other than perhaps a True Love's Kiss, so I expect we're going to see the old 57 card deck. 51. So cool. They hurt their consistency. A+. Fine by me. Keep. Land and nothing. So they went from a deck that had a bunch of 1-drops and a very consistent start to not having nothing. Mill out Griffin, Beloved Princess. So that's probably one of the garbage cards they put in. Swamp is interesting. That suggests to me that maybe they put in additional cards. Okay, so they've got a Worthy Knight. So this could present somewhat of a problem. We're going to mill. If they do have like a bunch of knights in hand, then I feel a little bit bad. There goes one of the Okame Rangers. That was going to be one of our troubles. All right, let's see what happens here. Blue as well. Oh, they added a bunch of off-color cards. All right, so I'm expecting Knight. Oh, Heraldic Banner. Okay. I mean, that's not the best for us. But they didn't have a Knight to follow it up, so that's great. Now, is it cast? It is on cast, but hey, we're just luck sacking into all of these Secret Keepers. Silver Flame trapped, sure thing. Let's drop a Secret Keeper. And let's drop another Secret Keeper, because why not? Walls up. Walls up. So now we're just hoping for a Oh, that's what they're splashing red for. Cool, we die. Cool. Target non-land permanent. Cool. So we buy ourselves a turn here by bouncing that. We buy ourselves uno turno. But I smell trouble. We need to hyper mill them, and I just don't think we can. So yeah, that's that's unfortunate, but there's just no way we're beating this. We either have to mill this out or have a counterspell before they play it. This card's pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. What can we do? Can we do anything? Well, we can start looting and presenting big-butted blockers. So we're going to draw. Didn't say please. I like it. Get rid of that Griffin. Move that Mantle onto the Secret Keeper. And pass the turn. All right. You may start flooding the board. Deals 1 damage to any target. Sure. To me. Ow. Otherwise, it's just a 2/2. Just a 2/2. Follow that up with a Spinning Wheel. Sure thing. So, I mean, now their deck's looking super consistent. Youthful Knight, get a human, sure thing. Board Flood is in effect. I'm not going to risk hoping that we draw a land. We're just going to hold up this Didn't Say Please. But yeah, I smell trouble. I smell trouble. We have enough recursion that I think we can get through a 51 card deck. We just can't have them get Outlaw's Merriment. Hell no. Lockmare? Jesus. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, this is a super different game if they didn't have this card. Beloved Princess, sure thing. We've got blocks for that. We got blocks for everything. So tiny. Alright, so we're going to draw a card. Oh, and we get to loot too. So let's draw first. Witching Well, cool. Let's move that over to the Tome Rider. I will loot. We find a drawbridge. I don't really care about the drawbridge. Let's drop down the Witching Well. What do we got? We've got a Mystic Sanctuary, which is great for that Didn't Say Please, I suppose, as well as the Unexplained Visions. Let's go Visions as my next card. And there's nothing we really want to so tiny right now. But we can see. Tap, tap. Sure. Whatevs. So they're going to get an attack here. And that's fine. It was going to happen at some point. But yeah, we're just... we don't have a chance. We're not going to win this one. Kind of sucky. But that's how mythics work, right? So we are going to not take 3. We are not going to take 3. We are not going to take 2. And we're going to make that 4/2 a little bit smaller. Also, just like this plus this, the Merriment plus banner is unnecessary. So we take 10. And yeah, no, we're dead. We're dead. Because we can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Potentially 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're done. That sucked. Barf. 4, 8, 12. We were going to take them down to like 10. Yeah. That was exactly what they needed to do. And they did exactly what they needed to do. So we need to not have them get Merriment. If they don't have Merriment, utterly different game. So Didn't Say Please now has its targets. Its targets are Lockmare Serpent and Merriment. And yeah, we don't have a sideboard. So Let's go. Oh no. It's such low odds. Wait, did they? How? It said 51. Was it 51 plus 7? Did they have a 58 card deck? Did they cut some cards? What happened there? I mean, like, it's such low odds that they have Merriment in hand. It's such low odds. And if they have in any way a fast start, we're dead. No, we have to mull that. It's the adult decision. That's pretty gross, but we got to. So we'll keep and we'll pitch one of these sanctuaries. They're just not doing anything. Whereas Griffin might be able to block if they have a little bit of a slow start. But that's unfortunate. No one drop. No one drop. It's the first step. Okay. Okay. But I do feel... Yeah, we're boned. We're boned. We're boned. Land? Okay. 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 Unfortunately, again, any knights they cast, well, I mean, can't stop the 1/1 from happening. All right. All right, they've got the mana. You've got your target. No 3-drop. Cool. We are just gonna keep doing this. Trapped. God, I want to know if they missed a land drop. I really want to know if they missed a land drop. The odds of them having Merriment in hand is so low. Is so low. 6 out of 40? Got rid of another trapped, a spinning wheel, an island. I have a feeling they might have needed those cards. That is a missed land drop. We are going to put that didn't say please back on top. Yes, please. And we're going to draw some cards. Which means they have a single opening to top deck a land and play a Merriment. If they do, jeez. If they do, good for them. They successfully outlucked us. If they don't, we have a chance. Land. No Merriment. All right, we are never, ever, 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 ever not having 3 mana up. Except for possibly this turn, because they don't have Merriment in hand. So at this point, it becomes 1 out of 36. The odds are super low, so I do want to just once tap out of having didn't say please, because this will pretty heavily start changing the game. Secret Keeper, cool. We don't need that 1 mana, so let's start milling. This unfortunately mills them closer to their bomb. Ooh, hits a bunch of lands though. So there we go. All right, 1 out of 31. It's ridiculously low. Carriage, whatever. Whatever. Whatevs. Not a problem. Okay. Cool. Everything we've got going on here looks pretty darn good. We're going to drop that Secret Keeper and loot, because always loot. If we loot something even better than these 3 cards, we pitch the Griffin. Tome Raider is, I would argue, even better. 1, 2, 3. We are not tapping out. Well, we could bounce the Merriment the 1 turn. So yeah, let's draw another card. And also loot. Now, we are going to have to be careful, because we are actually going to get into a world where there's a chance that we're actually going to mill ourselves before we mill them. But I think we should be fine. We can pitch this land. All right. There we go. There we go. And I'll actually just start damaging them in the air. I don't think we're going to get through a 20-turn clock, but stranger things have happened. Okay. Opponent's going to run a clinic on me with these carriages, eh? All right, so my turn. We're not going to do anything here. What do we get? We get another Secret Keeper. Cool. Venture Deeper. And there we go. We got the Merriment. We got the Merriment. That's the huge, huge, huge part. So we're going to play the Secret Keeper. We're going to loot. Pitch that land. And then, like I said, we're going to have to start doing some damage. So we're going to bash on in for 1. And then we might actually need to drop this Borrower as well on their turn. So yeah, we'll pass the turn, see what they do about attacking, activating, etc., casting stuff. So they're going to activate a carriage. Sure, we've got a block. Activate another carriage. Sure. All right, so we're going to pop this in front, and we're fine taking 4. Cool. Do you have anything to cast? If it's a Griffin, we have to counter it. If it's a flyer that's in any way threatening, we have to get rid of it. Resolute Rider is actually a little bit of a problem, so we'll get rid of that. And mill them some more. And they get a 1/1, good for them. Unfortunately, we can't so tiny the carriages because they become not creatures, and the second they're not creatures, this will fall off. So, we'll pass the turn. We're now on the lookout for Runaway Togethers. So yeah, so we're going to bash on in for 1 again, because this is apparently our life. And then I think we're probably going to have to be in the world of bounce cast. Hell no, let's drop another Sage. That way we have blockers for both of these. I'm afraid of their outflanks. I think we got one. We got one. I don't remember if I saw a second one or not. So yeah, let's drop the second Sage. This gives us 2 loots. So we'll loot once, and we got to start watching our card count as well. Didn't say please. Very nice. Get rid of that island. And I don't think we loot here. We actually have extreme use for every card in hand. I don't think there's anything better. The Runaway Togethers aren't going to keep us alive long enough. So there we go. Okay, Ranger. Just straight up casting it. Okay. Okay. I see ya. And a pass of the turn, no attack? That's not correct at all. All right, we need to cast this. So let's get the Worthy Knight a little bit less scary. Mystical Dispute, cool, another counter spell. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. All right, so we are not in attack mode anymore. We are in mill 'em out mode. So we're going to be looking to counter. We're going to be looking to flash this in. Yeah, we're going to counter that. Get some more mill. Another Youthful Knight, Beloved Princess, Searing Barrage. Cool. We're now even on cards in deck. Man, the fact that these are 5/5s really suck from this. So we're going to bounce this now. so that they can't make these 5/5s this turn. But we are in trouble. We are in trouble. They had enough little dudes. Oh, I guess they get to crew that one in response, and then actually they can crew that one in response. They can crew again the one that they crewed. Yeah, they figured it out. So they're going to have 2 5/5s here. So we're going to have to throw some stuff under the bus. But yeah, those extra crap cards were... I guess they had power and toughness. And because they had power and toughness, we couldn't do anything. So we're going to block and throw away this 0/4. And then they're going to probably just replay it. Oh, they can't replay it. They're going to drop a Griffin. That's fine. Mantle of Tides doesn't really do much. So we're going to want to hold up Brazen Borrower and Mystical Dispute. But I think we're dead. I think we're dead. They just had enough cards to go wide. Well, like I said, I don't recommend the sideboarding, but it worked out here. I guess if you have enough little tiny piddly creatures in your sideboard that just couldn't fit your deck, it can work. So beginning of combat, not much we can do. I guess we get 2 loots. Oh, wow. That feels very wrong. So we're going to cast this and loot. They should have attacked with everything. We weren't going to do anything against them. We get a double loot here. There's a runaway together. Yeah, I don't care about that Mystical Dispute if we hit another runaway. And we do. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to run away together that Griffin. That was such a wrong move from them. Like, I have a 2/5 and a 2/5. They're going to make 2 1/1s. I also don't know if that's... Oh, no, they're just going to drop that. Sure. All right, so we're going to mill. And we're going to play. And we're going to double loot. See if we can find the other Secret Keepers. That's an island. That's a didn't say please. That's a didn't say please. Are we dead if they attack us appropriately? Crew. So 2, we can block 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. We take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Or sorry, will not be attacking. We block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We block, we take 10, we go to 6. We lose probably a Sage and a Sage. But then we mill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They draw, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have 4 in hand. All right, I don't think we keep up that didn't say please. I think we need to run away, mill, play, because then we get 2 more loots. I think. All right, so let's pitch the island. Main phase. Actually, main phase, run away the Oakham Ranger. That way they can't pump, and that's a lot less damage coming through. So bounce that, mill, play, and then we're looting, because if we find a runaway together, we're in super good shape. Or sorry, we're out of runaway together. We're finding Secret Keepers at this point. We have 2 more. And we have stuff that is not as good as didn't say please, so get rid of that. And Witching Well. I think we need the Witching Well more. So we'll pitch the didn't say please. Pass the turn. They're down to 8. And surprise, this is going to be a long video, it would seem. Because this is match 1. They're just going to play their Griffin again, or their Dudenheimer. Sure, get another 1/1. Not afraid of what's happening here. No attacks? Wow. Wow. Shambling suit. Well, let's do this. Find me secret keepers. Yep. Yep. You listened well. Let's crack and mill. And as long as we don't die, they die. So everything blocks this turn that can. Everything blocks. So we've got 4 blocks. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're taking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, right. Things have to tap. Things have to tap. Things have to tap. You're not sitting on an Ardenvale Tactician. You are not sitting on an Ardenvale Tactician. Please. God damn it. You're sitting on 2 Ardenvale Tacticians? Holy crap. Holy crap. All right, well, we're dead. Oh, no, they just cast that one. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, we're dead. Fudge. Well, we tried our best, and we got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. One turn away. All right, well, the deck obviously works. That opponent had so many playable cards in their sideboard. Like, they boarded in some garbage. They boarded in the Beloved Princess. And that's it. I mean, I'm not a fan of those Enchanted Carriages. Obviously, they worked there. But, like, they sided in a billion Youthful Knights. Those are playable, totally fine cards. So they were definitely very spoiled in their draft, it would seem. So, unfortunately, 0-1. And unfortunately, not a keepable hand here. We have a So Tiny, that's it. We're on the draw, which means we're likely to draw a land. It's like 70... 81? Is it 81%, I think, to draw a second land by turn 2? But a second land still doesn't do anything, so we're going to maul. It looks a lot better. We can pitch the Mantle. We're playing the Mantle because we needed a card. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. All right. Green. Sure, your creatures can attack into my 0-4s. Mill. Oh, they mulled. I was like, are they playing a 41 card deck? Profit, Great Henge. Sir Farron, don't care. We'll drop the Secret Keeper, and we'll cry a little bit about how bad our hand looks. If they don't curve out, we might be fine. Blue. No. Eldraine is one of the best formats of all time. It is one of the best formats of all time. And there's a little bit of bullshit in it. And despite the bullshit, it's still one of the best formats of all time. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the bullshit wasn't there? So I'm excited when they do finally make a set that is just like perfect. Haven't gotten there yet. Might take a very long time because they have to stop doing crap like this. But maybe someday. I'm not playing. Like, I'm not playing. I am just not playing. We have nothing that we can do. I guess technically we could have brazen borrowed it, and maybe they wouldn't have had blue, except they would have had blue the second they played this. Meh. I'm very angry at Wizards of the Coast for their decision to make Oko. We're going to play first, and we're going to say no Oko, please. Or perhaps we can mill their Oko. And yes, I did see that if we weren't just dead, we could have brazen borrowed the Oko, and then we would have drawn the Mystic Sanctuary, or the Mystical Dispute, and then they would have played that. We would have drawn. We would have had to have let them have another turn with Oko. Bounce Oko. My turn. So we would have been able to counter Oko. We would have had nothing on board, and they would have been attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a turn for 3 turns. So we were still very dead. We had no outs. Well, we're gonna have to play the gross tapped Mystic Sanctuary. Let's venture deeper. No Oko. No Oko. All right, one more turn until we concede. Merreleaf Rider, sure thing. If we just had the third land. All right, show me Oko. Show me Oko. There we go. There we go. And they can't possibly have a second one, right? That would be illegal. That would be illegal. I don't understand. I don't understand. Please. Okay, thank you. Just whisper, please don't. All right, so we're gonna need, land. That's what we're gonna need. All right, we're just gonna hold up. Didn't say please. We're playing a very long game now. They're attacking for 2. Good for them. So now if they don't play anything for us to counter, we'll drop the Brazen Borrower. And we'll start pretending that we're racing. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Mill. Fairy Vandal, sure. Mill. All right, so now we are semi-desperately looking for a runaway together, because that is all of our Secret Keepers. So I want card draw. Card draw, please. Why don't you bounce my stuff? Corridor Monitor, sure thing. Before attacks, eh? Well, I guess they're not attacking. Oh, no, they might attack. You could have had an extra mana there. All right, runaway together. That's not a runaway together. We are going to drop our Secret Keeper and pass the turn holding up Petty Theft. And I guess we're on a 9-turn clock of them just drawing themselves out. Right? How many lands have we seen? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 3 lands out of 10 cards. That's kind of scary how many non-lands there are left. Scrying 2. top bottom. Okay, so probably a land on the bottom. But a 5/5 is a little scary. We'll bounce it next turn. That's what we'll do. So we can drop a drawbridge and still have petty theft up. So we'll drop them down to 7 cards in their library. Charmed Sleep drawbridge? Sure. Sure thing. Frogify a Secret Keeper? Sure thing. They don't even get to recast their profit. Petty theft their profit. Still waiting on that card. A 2/4. 2/4 or 3/1? 2/4 blocks better. 2/4 blocks a lot better. Yeah, let's drop the 2/4. Pass the turn. Down to 6 cards. 7 turn clock. Play your profit. Scry. I'm expecting bottom here. Top bottom. Top bottom. Oh, let's pass the turn. Flash in our borrower. Merfolk Secret Keeper, who's a frog? Get under the bus. Get under that bus. Another profit. Is that... Oh, that was the other game that we milled both profits. I thought for a second they had 4 profits, but no, they have 2. All right, so now it's got to be like bottom, right? You can't have anything left. So we're sitting on top. All right. Well, I mean, at this point, they've already gone through everything on their bottom, I think. So we're sitting on 2 runaway togethers, 2 didn't say pleases. So we've got 4 very good outs. There's a so tiny. We've got a lot of stuff. Witching Well is going to find them for us. That's what you're going to do, Witching Well. Yeah, there's that didn't say please. Unfortunately, we don't get to cast it. Well, that's rude. So we do have to live a turn, and we have to have them cast something the following turn. We're going to play this Mantle and then draw our cards. We're going to suit the Mantle up to, is it +1/+2? To the Griffin, because the Griffin lives. Well, so does the Scavengers for that matter. We draw a land and it didn't say please. We pass the turn. We should have attacked with this. It doesn't matter because we're not killing them through damage, but to be a true superstar, fantastic player, we should have attacked with that. All right, so they're going to go in. We're blocking, and we're throwing another one under the bus. Okay, don't care. Also, I'm so tired of dying to this card. Tome Raider, this could find us the runaway together that we need. It did not, but it found us something very intriguing. We'll keep that on the Griffin. Very, very, very intriguing. And we should now have this game. If they don't cast anything and we never get the didn't say please, well, I feel a little bit more in trouble. But otherwise, not bad. I don't believe anything in green gives trample. So we'll chump and we'll block. We'll ask to see a trick. No trick. So we'll so tiny that. It's so tiny. Cast something. Yeah, there we go. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. No cards in library. Can I see them? No. Run away together? Yeah, run away together was coming up anyways. All right, the deck works so good in game 1. Let's go into game 2. No 57 card deck? Cool. Oh, that's how I saw it. It was before we drew our hands. That's how I saw it. The last one was 50. What did I say? 51? It's pretty slow. They keep. They begin the game with 7 cards in hand. Oh, it's really slow. It's really, really, really slow. What were their first few turns? Nothing, right? They played a Leek Rider. But they also have like 2 Prophets. Like, they have some slow hands. I'm going to keep. Oh, they have Oko. I forgot who this was. Yeah. We might just already be dead before we've even had a chance to do anything. I forgot who this opponent even was. They're going to opt. Bottom. Cool. So we basically have like 1 turn where we need them to not have Oko, and then we have Didn't Say Please up. So like turn 3, if there's Oko, I'm just conceding. And if there's not, then we have Breathing Room. Tap, tap. All right. Breathing Room has been achieved. Unfortunately, we're still going to get our butts kicked. Like, this is the crappy part, is we can't... Well, they don't have Oko in hand, right? We know that. They don't have Oko because they would have cast it. So we have some more Breathing Room, and we have some chances to gamble. They didn't cast anything for us to counter anyways. This can counter Oko very well, which means we can actually get a creature down and draw a card. All right. So we've got some openings here. I would really like to start milling them to get rid of Oko. This Tome Raider is doing nothing. Well, I'm fine taking 2. We can take 2. The only real problem is going to be if they hit that Okame Dudenheimer. Nothing again. Like it a lot. Well, show me Oko. Yeah! Breathing Room. Love it. Breathing Room. Leek Rider? Yeah, you don't get a Leek Rider. I would like to So Tiny the Surf Baron. Mystical Dispute that? Fine. Well, we get it back. And we actually get to cast the Steel Gaze Griffin, keeping up our Mystical Dispute. All right, so the Griffin's going to be able to deal with this, so we might have to take 5 1 turn. It's +1/+1, right? Yeah, or plus, not +0. So yeah, we'll have to take a chunk, but we can get rid of Surf Heron. Sure, totally fine. There's obviously the real possibility they have a pump, but we have to have them not have it. So Tiny. So I don't know how many blue spells they have left. We didn't see that many, so I'm gonna force them to pay full price for this. They don't. Good choice. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So now we're in kind of like Brazen Borrower territory. So that's 7 mana. So that's not enough for us to have this up. So we're just going to have to... honestly, we can attack because we might have to actually... Well, we're not going to kill them with them gaining 2 life each turn. Oh, but they're not gaining 2 life to each turn. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't know how to do. Maybe they've forgotten we have a didn't say please in hand. Could happen. But yeah, we should stop attacking. We're not killing them through damage. That's not our primary game plan, and with what they have, that's not a game plan that's happening. Yeah, you're not getting that, bud. Not a chance. No going wide for you. And we get our didn't say please back. And we actually get to draw it, right? I think we have enough mana if we do that. Mystic Sanctuary, didn't say please. Back at it again. Back at it again. 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, sirree, Bob. So we get to do that. I don't want that island. I don't want that island. I would love a second didn't say please. Thanks for asking. And yeah, we're not killing them through damage. But they're also not... They're not tapping that for 2 life every turn. Pass the turn. Sure thing. There's that didn't say please. Let's drop a mantle. And I mean, I guess if they're not going to gain 2 life every turn, let's start damaging them. And they figure it out. And they opt, sure thing. I'm not going to counter an opt. All right, so now we're not going to attack now that they have, in fact, revealed that they do understand how that works. Man, they're never going to expect the second didn't say please. You're telling me you draw a card and it's not an option? Enjoy your 3/3 draw a card. Our opponent's going to mill themselves. Whew. Feeling okay that we have a chance that we have perhaps gotten past an Oko. Perhaps. Kenris transformation. So your 3/1 becomes a 3/3, and you, what's that? Draw a card? Doing all the work for us. It's not like they're attacking. Doing all the work for us. Run away together. Beautiful. Hey. Get rid of that. Bounce. Mill. Bounce. Mill. A whole bunch of lands. Wow. And we'll pass the turn. Demonstrate that you know how to gain 2 life. All right, so now we've got him down to 3 cards in hand virtually, or 3 cards in library rather. This one I'm going to counter because we may as well push for them to drop out of cards. And then the next one I counter as well, because at that point they actually can't play creatures because they'll draw themselves out because it's not a May ability. So our opponent is, I am confident at this point in saying, dead. Because they would go to 2. They cannot play creatures when they're at 2 cards and they die. So that will be the Gist of Gs. which means we get a game 3, which means this video goes forever. So enjoy your super long mill Christmas video. Yeah, we're gonna counter whatever this is. I don't care what it is. Once future, nope, not a chance. Not a chance. All right, so 2 cards left in library, 2 cards left in hand. Sure, that draws you a card. So you're going to go down to 1 card left in your library. And I guess as long as they don't have another once in future, but they still can't cast creatures. So I think we're okay. I think we're very okay. What was your last card? It was a Queen of Ice. Cool. Pass the turn, win the game. Holy moly, we did it. We won a match. Let's go to match 3. Let's see if we can get another 2-1. Man, like, it's wild. It's wild that this format is so good. Despite Oko, Sir Conrad, Cat Oven, Embercleave, etc. It's wild. Huh. I'm going to attempt to get the Throne of Eldraine post-mortem up sometime next week, where I will talk in depth about why I think this format is great, what I think they did really well, the things that I think were abject failures. So yeah, stay tuned for that. As well, I had that controversies video go up yesterday. I'll be having the positive video going up probably Monday. I'm going to do predictions and hopes for 2020. Lots of stuff coming out that's not gameplay. You know, like this hand would have no gameplay. We are going to mull that. So we're on the draw. No, it's just those 2 5-drops sitting there kill this hand off. So we're going to have to mull that. Oh, sure. That Witching Well really saves us. Witching Well is such a great card for just kind of keeping slightly sketchier hands. Into yet another island. Let's mill. Show me your secrets, green player. Ah, so it's our last opponent back again, eh? So mono green, if we can make them stumble, if we can counter their curve, things are great. If they get beef out, we're in trouble. So we're going to Witching Well. Secret Keeper's great. Mystical Dispute's actually really good for us here. I really want the Dispute for the curve disruption, because their 3-drop shouldn't affect our Secret Keeper. Their 4-drop might if it's a Witch Stalker. Their 3-drop will be fine. It will not be a problem. There's no card that they could have that would be a problem. Okay, we need a So Tiny is what we need. We're going to pass that turn with our brilliant plan of being able to block whatever they play. All right, so let's see land Secret Keeper, or land, not Secret Keeper, Witch Stalker. Deathless Knight, that's also something I'll counter. Also something that I'll counter. We have to take 4. So that's a touch sucky. A touch sucky. I guess I want that Dispute back. It's a lot less good when they know we have it. We're going to mill. Red Wildborn Preserver. Ooh, this looks like a really, 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 really good mono green deck. Yorvo, Wildborn, that Deathless Knight sitting there. Presumably there's more food options. Oof a doof. We're going to have some trouble in this one, I think. Trouble's going to happen. So we just kind of like need this turn to not be scary. Why? That Mystical Dispute looks like trash now. Oh, that Mystical Dispute looks so bad. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know, is that Mystical Dispute just absolute trash? 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll probably have 5 mana available. That dispute's doing nothing. We have to drop this Sage and possibly throw this away. Ayah. Well, this matchup is going to definitely... oh my god, they can gain life on command. This matchup's definitely just going to be... do they have this or not? It's going to be just like the first match, really. So this is going to be a 5/5. You ordered this wrong. If you put a counter on this and it was a 5/5. Oh no, greater than Yorvo's power. Not equal to or greater than. I think we're dead. I think we are very powerfully dead. So yeah, we have to counter everything. I'll take 10. I just want to see what we're going to draw. Yeah, sure thing. Holy moly, this deck is straight up gas. Yeah. Yeah. 04s don't do too much. Back in, and I don't think we have much of a chance. It's going to come down to luck. This is a matchup, which is a good matchup that people should watch. This matchup, because a lot of people, I've talked about this a few times, a lot of people think Magic is like a game of like 97% skill and 3% luck. It's actually probably like 30-40% luck. And this matchup is a great example of a matchup that is going to come down to explicit luck. The skill level here is pretty darn low. I would consider my opponent to be at least equal to my skill, if not better. And when you get matchups like this, skill's not really going to come into play. All that's going to come into play is what order are the cards in my deck, what order are the cards in their deck. So it's going to come down to luck. So let's be lucky. Let's be lucky. I think I'm usually lucky on Spikey Saturdays, right? Somebody go back in the archives and tell me, am I usually lucky on Spikey Saturdays? However, opponent taking a while here. Opponent taking a while. They might be doing the ill-advised plan. Maybe the ill-advised plan works just enough that people are like, yeah, it worked that one time, so I'm always going to do it. But everybody, every pro, if you don't trust me, if you think I'm a bad player, go listen to LSV, go listen to Lord Tupperware. They don't recommend you do this, but I think our opponent's doing this. Perhaps they've taken a break. Could be it. But I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet we're gonna walk into, what was it? 51 cards last time. We're gonna walk into a 56 card deck that has gone from being mono green, although I saw a mountain in there, to red green splash black. That's my guess. That's my guess. So we just need we just need our 5-drops to not be in our opening hand. Like you guys, all 4 of you, I don't want to see you till like turn 6. Okay, they just took a break. Sure. All right. So unfortunately, they have kept their uber consistent deck. We can keep this. It's got our didn't say pleases. This is our sort of other way of potentially getting through this. But if we don't find that third island, a Yorvo will end it. All right, so here's a chance to mill. Show me Yorvo and Henge. Or, interesting. How red are they? How red are you? Redcap Raiders is fine in a red deck. But in a mono green splash red? Marrowleaf Rider, we can block that. Alright, so we need that untapped island. There we go. There we go. Alright. We are in an okay-ish spot here, but we need to get this hand empty. Gingerbrute. Fine. Halberd? Hell no. Hell no. Forest, Wildborn Preserver. Well, at least this card's not getting played. If you've got a barge in, well done. They had a barge in. Well done. Okie dokes. So we're in trouble. So we're going to bring back that didn't say please. And then I guess we're going to drop it. We have to get something on board for that Marrowleaf Rider. And we're going to just have to assume they don't have Henge or something going to come out this turn. But this is where the whole, this matchup's gonna be luck based if we can win or not. It's less luck based on if they win. Or I guess it's all luck based, but the luck is like 30% for us, 70% for them. Because their deck, just by playing out in many different ways, will beat our deck, whereas our deck has a couple of ways that it's going to have to play out. You gonna activate this? There you go. We'll take one. Pass of the turn. Okay, okay. Opponent's deck might not be cooperating with them. Now they're gonna try to bait out one of these counter spells. Well, they know one. They don't know about the second one. Cabin, sure. Now we do get to bounce something, as well as didn't say please. I mean, if that's bait, I'm terrified of what's in hand. Thankfully, we do have that other counter spell. Just in with the brute. Oh, but they can't hit it. So yeah, we're gonna block there for sure. And then yeah, we'll bounce the rider. Shambling suit. Let's drop it. Pass the turn. They'll think that we're just gonna flash in this borrower. But the secret is we're gonna counter their Great Henge, Yorvo, second Garenbrig Paladin, second Garenbrig Paladin. Have we gotten rid of the Great Henge yet? We sure haven't. Or Yorvo. They might be in hand. I would not put that out of the realm of possibility. We are going to bash on in for one. We're going to drop this Sage of the Falls because it can block most things they have at the moment. And we will not loot because that would just be draw a card and throw it away. What you got? Can't cast Great Henge, can cast Yorvo. Escape to the Wilds. Finding Yorvo. And they can play an additional land, right? Yeah. So they can play a forest. So they're not going to do anything this turn. Oh, they hadn't played a land yet, so they're going to play their Marrowleaf Rider. Yep. Sure thing. That's fine. Now that helped us out. Like that milled them pretty heavily. Run away together is pretty cute. Pretty cute. We've still got 3 scavengers to find. Yeah, we're gonna hold back. We're gonna hold back. So we're gonna see land. We're gonna see Yorvo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna see counters on Yorvo. Counters on Rider. Counters on Rider. Sure. Well, that makes Rider a pretty good target to bounce with all of the various things that we can bounce with. Rosethorn Halberd, well, it makes it an even better target now. Even better target now. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we are going to bounce the Shambling Suit and the Rider. Oh no, this has to block, eh? Well, it doesn't have to block if it doesn't exist. And then we're going to play the Borrower and loot, potentially throwing away the suit. Finding a Secret Keeper. Cool, 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 cool. That worked real well. Oh, we got him. Holy moly. Luck was on our side. Luck was on our side. Let's play that. Let's bounce that and that. Sage, no. Secret Keeper, mill. Holy moly. Holiest of moliests. Whew. So, oh my god, a Sundering Stroke too. Interesting. So they're red for probably not the best reasons. I can see popping this in. I don't know that I would splash for the escape, and certainly not put in a Barge in or a red Cap Raiders. All right, so luck can be on our side. Luck can be on our side if they don't have Yorvo or Henge. Then we are in a better spot. The Paladins are still going to be a pretty big problem, though. So yeah, we're going to go into game 3, and it's going to be luck-based. But it turns out our deck can luck into that win. Just need a good starting hand. This is adjacent to a good starting hand. We'll keep it. We need them to not have a good starting hand. We need to see, like, we need no Yorvo on 3. And we just need that Great Henge to not be like a turn 4 play or a turn 5 play. No 2-drop Rider, that's good to see. Secret Keeper to start going, try to find some stuff. No turn 3 Yorvo. No turn 3 Yorvo. Didn't say please will be up. If there's a stumble here, something that we can block or no play, now we are in very good shape. The odds have now come into our favor. Interesting thing here is we're going to have to counter a Witch Stalker. The Paladin's going to be scary that's going to come up next, but we don't really have a great way of stopping the Witch Stalker either. So I would love to see Henge, Paladin, Paladin. One Paladin gone, one Tree Folk gone. Good to see. Good to see. Good to see. Both Sages without a 5th land. That's not my favorite thing. Yeah, so we're going to pass the turn, hold up this runaway together. Because if a Paladin comes down here, we're going to have to bounce. Gingerbread Cabin, make a food. Deathless Night. Not my favorite. Bounce. If we get the 5th land, we might do the Sage, but we don't. We get another 5-drop. And this is a great example of why I think you need to be careful with your mana bases. You need to not drop to 16 lands if you have multiple 5-drops, which is why we didn't. Because they are killer. They are killer. You just can't draw too many of those. All right, so the scary thing is still not found. But we have gotten rid of a couple of Halberds now, and the Gingerbrute. We're going to have to take 4 off of the Deathless Night. And they still have a lot of cards, and we are sitting on a really bad hand. A land changes what's happening, because a land gets us a Sage, a Loot, and a throwaway of a Shambling Suit, followed by an additional Sage. And at that point, we get to start digging real hard for Secret Keepers and such. There's the land. So we're going to go with the Sage. This blocks the Deathless Night. It'll probably eat a combat trick, but that's fine. That's important. Shambling Suit is trash. We get to suit this up. We get to suit either up. So barge in 4, 5, 6 still just kills that. So we're going to suit up the Secret Keeper. Because these are expendable when we have 4 of them. But we're still in a scary situation here. Even scarier situation. So we are now desperate for the Brazen Borrower or Runaway, which means I think we're going to have to Unexplained Visions, because we're going to get to look at 6 of our 26 cards. 6 damage is an amount of damage that I think I can take. So we go to 10. Merrileaf Rider is unfortunate. Mystic Sanctuary back or Runaway together. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Yes. Unfortunately, we can't draw and cast it, but we can Unexplained Visions. Perhaps find a So Tiny. We didn't find the So Tiny, but we found another Secret Keeper. We don't want the Island. We don't want the Merfolk, but boy, howdy do we want that second Runaway together. It's going to be tight. It's going to be real, real tight. But a chance exists. So we got rid of the Sundering Stroke. We still haven't seen the Henge. We still haven't seen the Escape. The Escape is honestly really bad for them at this point. And we have a mill of 8 at the moment with the Runaway together that's on top, which drops them to 3. So Henge is actually awful for them. This turn kind of decides it. If we live through this turn, everything changes. And we might win. Halberd's scary. Bargin's gone. Bargin's gone, so we don't have to worry about trample. And they're going to force... This is blocking? All right, so this has to block the... That's fine. They trade. Love it. Supremely love it. Super duper mega ultra love it. And we're going to block here because this is expendable. Super duper mega love it. Now they know we have this Runaway together, which is interesting. They're going to drop the Tree Folk. That's fine. So yeah, we're going to drop this. And then we just need 2 mana up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Friggin' 5 drops, eh? We could bounce now. Play and still have the other one up. So let's do that. Because that might convince them to put them all on that. So bounce, mill. Still no Henge. Still no Henge. All right, so now we pass. They'll attack, we block, we bounce. I would love if they got greedy with like an outmuscle or something, or just in some way got real greedy. But this is still going to be super tight. So we're going to block. And we're going to bounce. Didn't get a trick or anything out. No, come on. Boom, boom. Bounce. So they have to replay it. They have to use all their green for it. So they only have red available. Oh no, now they have 1 green available. So they could play it and put counters on it. And we're going to take them down to 2 cards. But we're also now digging for another Secret Keeper or another Didn't Say Please. So we still have a decent chance of dying here. As close as we are, we have a decent chance. 7 mana available. We can mill Secret Keeper, play Sage. We've got 2 Secret Keepers in the deck, so 2 out of 19. No, we scryed another one down. Garenbrig Paladin down. That's super scary and super smart because we can't block it. So yeah, we are going to Sage and loot. Because if we just find a Secret Keeper, we win. We're going to pitch the Griffin because it's doing jack all. This can now block the Paladin. We're going to mill. And then I think we have to... Oh no, we can play everything here. We're going to dig. Secret Keeper. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Top, top. We just have to live this turn. Live this turn and we win. And we've got a block. They have a Tree Folk in hand and a 4/2 haste. So sure, it's a 7/7. We can still block it. Did the henge go away finally? The henge finally went away. And the Wildborn Preserver. For a third time, sitting in the graveyard. So they've got the 4/2 in hand. They could cast it, but we can just block them both. There's very little that could happen here. Like if they outmuscle killing the Sage, we still only take 8. And they're out of mana. I think we just win. I think we just win. Now they don't know that we have a Secret Keeper on top. So they don't know that they're going to mill out. They're counting at this moment to make sure that even though they may not win this turn, they can win next turn. But they don't know that they are dead. Once in future ruins us if they cast it after we mill. It was the other match, I think, that had Once in Future. I don't think we've seen it in this one. That's the problem with leagues, too, is you face the same decks. And then you're like, which deck has what? But I think it was match 2 that had Once in Future. So we haven't seen Escape into the Wilds. So we know that they have that in their hand or deck. We know that they have Deathless Knight. So there's only 2 cards we don't know about of the 4 remaining one. How many lands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So their deck is Escape into the Wilds, land, Deathless Knight. Those are the only 3 cards left in their deck in hand. So we win. We win. We win. They can't cast Escape into the Wilds. It wouldn't do anything. They can equip that up. It doesn't do anything. But what are they thinking? They're thinking, I have to block. Actually, technically, I don't have to block. But they're thinking, I have to block. And then the following turn, with their 4/2, they win. But what they don't know is that I had this all along. Oh, Forest. They sided out? Oh no, Escape into the Wilds is in their hand. So they have Escape into the Wilds and Deathless Knight in hand. Cool. We did it. We 2-1. Some real nail biters there. We beat an Oko, and by beat an Oko, I mean we didn't play against it the 2 games that we won. Yeah, 2-1 with Mill. I really enjoy the Mill deck in this format. I know it was the scary, awful thing in Arena because the bots were awful, but it's great that it exists because it's actually really hard to get into. You have to take the chance, get a little bit lucky, read signals, and you get rewarded for it. And I love being rewarded for drafting well, which is one of the huge things about this format. So as I said, I'm loving this format. It's going to go away way too soon. We've only got a couple more weeks left with it. Play this format if you haven't. Let me know how it's going for you. Let me know your worst mill stories, etc. in the comments down below. As always, if you do have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me over on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. You can find me at patreon.com/themanaleak if you want to become a backer there and help the channel out directly. For the next week, you can go over to Inked Gaming next week in a couple of days. You can go to inkedgaming.com and use the promo code MANALEAK10, all one word, 10, to get 10% off your order and help the channel out. January 1st, the 10% codes are going away for everybody. They will not exist anymore. There will no longer be the creator codes. There will be something else instead. There will be a URL that you can go to. I believe it will be inkedgaming.com/themanaleak, but hasn't been confirmed yet. And that will be a referral code that will let them know that you sent me, help the channel out, etc. So yeah. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see you all next time.